So last episode we went and gathered a bunch of crystal from the caves. I'll show you just how much black crystal we came back with. This is including what we already had stored. So not a big number, I'm afraid, only 63. We have 111 white crystal here, plus about 80 odd down in the refinery. I'll show you in just a second. Yep, so we've got about 80, 90 left to process. Not too bad, I guess. We also have phosphate ore, which I could start refining now. We have a slot here for it to drop into, so we could do that. And I think I'll turn on the generator. I have biofuel with me. I'm going to go and top up the mining outpost. Oh, it looks like we're going to have some snow. I've just made a lockpick and I think we're going to head out. Let me just grab some food because it's going to be cold. And yeah, fire's topped up. We need a chicken, I guess. These should be pulling out water. Yep, they're both on. Are they on? Yeah, they're on. Alright, the hunters are still switched off. But I'm happy with that for the moment. We'll just gather some resources and then think about switching them back on. We're going to grab whatever we can today. I did see this bag up here, which I'm going to go for. Hopefully we can drop that wolf. I don't think he will have followed us that far. No, they're pretty... one feather. That was totally not worth it. They're pretty forgiving when they first growl. But we'll gather what we can. We need as many resources as possible, but it is winter, and as you know, the loot is much less in winter. I'm also going to gather some wood because we need to start building. And rather than spend a lot of time chopping the wood, I'll just pick up whatever's on the ground. Nice, an apple and a protein bar. We need a lot of protein bars. That's why I'm looking for the lock crates. We need to top those numbers up again now. So we'll grab this. As I say, the hunters are still switched off for the moment. I want to make a little bit of progress on putting up a wall, I think, before we switch them back on, but at least get the materials ready to do so. We'll have a bit of time from when we do switch them back on. There's our locked crate. We'll have a bit of time to work on the wall because they'll come back in stages. You get the small hunter first. And then once he's established, the medium hunter will start to build. And then finally, after some time, the fortress will start to build. And I am aware that the fortress may well build down here, which I do not want because this is prime looting territory. Now, I thought that, yeah, we have a lock crate over here. Let's get the lock crate if we can. Might need to take that wolf out. It looks like we're going to have to. But that's fine. Let's grab this crate. What are we going to get? Okay, pretty good. I need planks. And I need these. So yeah, that's pretty decent. 10 electrical components right now is quite welcome. Now, I'm not going to bother carving the wolf up just at the moment, because that means I'll need to wash my hands, and there's no open water, and I've only got one canteen on me. We could crack open the ice, but that wears down your pickaxe, and I'm good for food right now. We'll go on a hunting trip soon. What month are we in? We're in February, so very soon we're going to have the thaw. We've got a deer. Just having a look down here, see if there are any crates. There's a black wolf there. Yeah, there's a crate up on the hill there. We'll grab this one first. I was hoping that wolf would get distracted by the deer running past, but no such luck. Okay, we've got a berry. Don't you like deer? Come on, fella. Yeah, okay. You're going to come here, aren't you, rather than chase the deer? Alright, let's see. Was this worth a shotgun shell? Probably not. No, definitely not. Any more crates? They're normally in groups of 3. So there might be one more around here somewhere. We'll grab the wood though. I think we've been lucky with the weather. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a full snowstorm. Not yet, at least. I don't have a heat pack on me. It can still get very cold in February. We'll grab this wood. 3 pieces here. This is nice. Let's make our way over to our mining outpost now, I think. Via this crate over here. And we'll top up the generator at that location because last episode we stopped in there after the dive on the way back from the cave trip and we were really low on power. Very surprising. But there was a lot of ore extracted. Ah, we've got a moose now. I might make an exception for a moose. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Woo! Yeah, I think I'll make an exception for a moose and we can drop this off at our base. It's getting late, so I'm kind of conscious of that. We can wash our hands here. But I'm not too worried about picking up the individual wolves right now. Now, can we make it to the mining outpost? Get the fuel topped up and then get back to our base in time before it gets dark. I mean, that would be ideal. It's getting late. We're losing the light, but we can run straight across the ice, of course. That makes things a little quicker. We can always take the cable car back as well. Of course, the problem with running across the ice is I'm not gathering resources while I'm doing so. So, bit of a trade-off. But it's right there in front of us, so it shouldn't take us too long. I really miss the days of being able to properly sprint, especially when we're swimming underwater. That was such a shame that was removed. I see a bag over there. I'm kind of tempted to get that, but I think, I was going to say, I think I might try and get it on the way back, but it depends how dark it gets. We'll see. It doesn't seem too late right now. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Let's grab the wood. Still no news, by the way, on the next update. It can't be too far away, I have to imagine. But I have absolutely no information. I'm not privy to any of the secrets. I've had a few people asking in comments, and I'm afraid I have no information. Part of me is secretly hoping that Cold Games is working on a huge update. But we'll have to see. I mean, you know, who knows. We've got 1,000 power, that's fine. I'm going to run this for a while. And I am going to run home, I think. And we'll try and pick up that bag and maybe some wood along the way, because it's not too dark. I think we can manage that. There's another bag. Pretty happy that we found that lock crate right at the beginning. I'm quite glad we got a moose. I've got to be careful that the food doesn't spoil. I think I'll have a couple of berries and I think we're good for the rest. Let's just make this a day of looting for useful things. Now I've got to decide what to spend or to use all those crystals for, and I'm really thinking of holding on to some of them because who knows what we're going to get in the next update. And I would hate to find that I need a bunch of those in order to craft the next new thing in the game. So a certain amount of them I'm going to leave, but on the other hand, I would also like to start working towards another cable car or perhaps an elevator. Because our location lends itself perfectly to having an elevator to get up to the cliff. Not that it's a far run, but I think it would be a nice item to have if it wasn't too expensive. I'm seeing some crates over there, at least one. Maybe one just despawned, actually. Yeah, possibly. I saw it on the hill here and it's gone, so yeah. Running towards a wolf. Just keep moving, we'll be fine. Very much the end of day. We'll grab this crate then. Alright, we've got a little bit of ammo today. No chicken. I've not heard a chicken. Wouldn't mind getting one of those before we go in. If there's one local. There's usually one like running around over here. Let's have a quick look. I see a crate right up there. Let's go and grab that. Take advantage of the clear weather and the good temperatures. Oh, the shadows are coming in now. What I don't want to happen is my food to rot, so I've got to be mindful of that. Any chickens? Anybody see any chickens? I don't see any at all. I'm getting a lot of pop-in today with all the objects. I missed that rosehip plant there. There's a chicken. I think we can get that before it gets too dark. He's kind of stuck on the hill here. Come here, chicken. Come on. Come on. Stop again. Got him. Perfect. Okay, let's get him in the animal housing. And we can start getting some eggs again. Right, here we are. Here's our lovely base. We've got some major building things to think about here. Where we're going to put the walls. How we're going to get the ATV in and out. But we'll make it work. Okay, right. So this should have food and water already in. Yep. There you go. Let's get our food in the fridge. I'll just put a light on before I do that. No idea why I got the pickaxe out there. We got two fridges set up last time as well. Well, the time before technically. That's everything for the fridge. We've got some fat here, ready to render. We don't have enough to make it worthwhile. And yeah, electronic components are the things we need if we want to make some more solar panels, which I think I do. So we'll work on that, I think. And 11 planks. That was pretty good, actually. Let me make some planks out of the rest of this wood we picked up today. And we got some alloy sheets as well, which will be perfect for upgrades. And a few more nails. And a bit of this. And some seeds. And a bit of biofuel. Right, we're doing pretty well on gunpowder. Yeah, we're not going to need that for a while. Let's turn that on. We should make another lockpick. Yeah, I reckon so. Let's make one while we've got a lot of power and mass. And we'll use that again for tomorrow. Let me grab some iron. And it's snowing. Right. So, how are we doing? We've got 49 crystal. Let's make that into a big pile upstairs so that we can see everything together. In here, by the way, we do have some phosphorus. And we've got 200 obsidian, 200 zinc, and some coal waiting there. Bit of overflow. And our garden's looking okay. We've got water. We do need to put some fertiliser in. Right, let's see. What's our total? 160 plus some still to refine downstairs, so not too bad. So this is what I was talking about. If we want to make an elevator track, we're going to need boards, circuit boards. If we're going to make an elevator platform, we're going to need some crystal and circuit boards. So I think I'm going to start working on circuit boards. Because whatever we are going to want to craft, whether it's a cable car platform or the cradle or any of the elevator parts there, we're going to need circuit boards. So yeah. Okay, let's put the seeds away and we'll get started on a couple of those boards, I reckon. And also I would love to make some more solar panels for this place so that we don't have to rely on the generator. Let's see how we're doing in here. We have 2 already. There's the rest of our iron. I knew we had more. Let me make some components then. We've only got a bit of mass here. But we can turn on the fabricator. By the way, in between episodes, I did move a couple of things. The diving station is now up on the wall a little bit higher with the fabricator, mass fabricator underneath. And this, the distiller, is now around the corner, which actually I think tucks into that corner pretty well. And this just gives me a little bit of extra room here. I was feeling a bit cramped. So yeah, this is perfect now. Let's turn this on. This is much more efficient now, much more worthwhile. Okay, there's our boards. We've only got 22. We could make a bunch more. And we'll go and get a bit more wood tomorrow. I'm going to do another loot run like we've done today when the sun comes up. And we'll grab more wood, we'll make more boards, and then when we come back again, we should be able to start working on some building. And what were we looking for? We are making 2 of these, 2 of those, and that might be our mass for the moment. I can recycle some stuff. Got quite a bit of copper, but I'm not going to use anything like that right now. We could start making some incendiary rounds. Let me grab the phosphorus. Yeah, phosphorus. From up here, we had a little bit left over from the last time we did this. Let's make some incendiary rounds, shall we? Yeah, let's make 44 incendiary rounds. And let's just make a bunch of those. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. That'll take us up to 42. 43, 44, 45, 46. So we'll have an even number and then we'll see what we've got left. It's still refining here. Well, yeah, we've got quite a bit left. We might be able to make a stack of 50 of each of the ammo. That's pretty good. Alright, these are done. Can we afford to make a board? We can, as long as we have these. Whoops. Put those away. A lot of crafting going on now. Right, how much are we left with now? We can make another 2 of these. Another 2 of those when we've got some mass. So we'll let that carry on. We do need more fuel. And let's run this again. How are we doing? Yeah, not bad. Let me grab my lockpick while I remember. We're going to need that for the morning. Almost done with the plank crafting. Just 1 stack left. Let me grab some water. Fill up my canteen. How are you doing, chicken? I'll give you a little bit of water. I've got 2 bottles of water there, 2 there. We're using a lot of power. Obviously running this, running the refinery on 3 slots, by the way. And running the 2 mining drills. But, you know, that's fine. We can definitely catch up in the morning. Might want to make 1 fuel brick. Honestly, I'll just use a bit of wood to top up the fire for now. I do have coal, but again, it's one of those resources that's such a pain to go and get. I'm hanging on to that. Just in case we need it for the next update, so... Had a few questions or comments from people saying, you know, if you burn the coal, you'll have more wood for building. I know. I'm saving it. It's a conscious choice. Right, 1 more plank left and then we can concentrate on the ammo. Gonna grab that. And can I put any of these away? I want to keep like 25 of these on me. Actually, I didn't need to grab all of those. And we need a shotgun shell or 2. Right, that's good. That's what I like to carry around with me. Alright, we're going to need some food. We can have a couple of steaks, I reckon. Probably need 2. And I think a tomato soup would be overkill. Let me grab some water out of here. And we'll fill this up again. And put that back on the fire. Alright, good. So, we can probably turn that off. We had a lot of things running. A lot of power things running. Let's see how we're doing in here. We want 2 more of these. And then we can make 1 more board, I reckon. Let's grab 6 of these. This is the bottleneck, I remember now. These electrical boards. We had a few more of those. I think we could get more boards going. We don't have too many pearls. I do need to repair my weapons. What's that going to take? Pearls and that. I think we should probably do that before it gets too expensive. Yep, let's get these repaired. Just these 2. These are the ones we're using the most. We've got a spare pickaxe. We've got more phosphorus on the way. And let's get another board. And that's 4. That'll give us 2 solar panels if we want them. Okay. Right, well this is going to be a while. I'm going to have to turn this off now, I reckon. Oh, could we make another lockpick before we finish? Before we go out? Maybe. I think that might be a good idea. I'm feeling like we might find more than one lock crate today. Yeah, 175. No, 1,740 actually. Oh god. What am I doing? Alright, let's craft this any second now. There we go. Let's turn this off immediately. The wind turbines are going, probably helping to top up the power. But honestly, they could probably do with a little bit of help. I could consolidate those now and turn one of these off. Right, good. And this is still powered. Yep, good. That'll catch back up. Yeah, we've got more coming in than we have going out for now at least, so we'll let that catch up during the day. We have 4 circuit boards to play with. We need some more pearls, but I think I might wait. Looking at the weather, I might wait for the thaw before we go and head underwater again. Okay, what else do we need to take with us? Just some food, I think. We'll be good to go. Oh, that's another one of those. So I'll just carry these around with me. So yeah, we're going to definitely need some fruits and veg. We'll take 1 tomato soup, and I'm going to take 1 of those with me. We've got protein bars. Hopefully we can kind of manage. Let's have maybe... I don't know what to have in here. A couple of those. It's taking my water down a little bit, but we'll be good. Alright, we'll have to be careful. I don't think we have any heat packs. No. What do we need for a heat pack? I think we need rotten food. We've got 2. Alright. Yeah, I think we've got everything. I'll just put this away. We may as well. We're just here. We'll wait for that last one to craft. And let's go looking for another lot crates. Or 2, if we can. I don't know if it's worth me going this way. Because we were here yesterday. Ah, we have liquid water again. That happened overnight and I didn't even notice it. I was so busy crafting. That's awesome. Right, let's go and have a look for a lock crate. That means it is worth doing a little bit of animal hunting today. Yeah, let's see if we can find a locked crate, and we'll get some wood and stuff. Keep out the way of that wolf. Try not to spin the camera around too much. I should be okay temperature-wise, at least in this early part of the storm, but as the day goes on, it might get a little bit colder. Do we want another moose? Not sure. Okay, no sign of a crate along here at least. Let's see if there's one further along. I doubt it very much. Alright, are you still coming or am I good? Yeah, my health is starting to drop and probably my protein levels along with that. Let's have a look. Yeah, look, we need to eat already. I'll save the tomato soup for a little while longer. Hopefully the snow eases off a little. We had such a good day yesterday for looting. And now it's turned around. Yeah, big storm day today. We can find more boards though. We'll be able to make more electrical components, that is. We'll be able to make more boards. So that opens up more possibilities for us. There's a crate over there. I'm just checking. Yeah, I'm going to go for this crate, I think. Yeah, water. Did I pick up water? I did not. Okay, I forgot that out of the wood burner. Well, that's okay. We can always stop back at home. Once we've checked out this area, we kind of do a loop and then head home again. Yeah, amazing that the water is liquid again. Been waiting for that. Are you going to come here? Have I got time to loot this? No? I'll grab it now though. Okay, let's grab you. And I'll wash my hands quickly. We'll start over this side of the river. Was there not a piece of wood here? No, that's what I thought was a piece of wood. It's a little bit of a change in elevation of the land. Come here. Let's grab this. This could have boards in. No, okay. Right, awesome. Another wolf there. There was a lot of wood back there. I just saw this crate though. We could dive for some pearls. We do need them. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the pearls. Let's see how we're doing for... Yeah, I'm going to have the tomato soup. Let's see if there are any pearls in here. No, a bit of sandstone. Yeah, nothing so far. Bit of kelp. More sandstone. It's a bit more difficult to see with the snow underwater. Alright, nothing. That I can see right now anyway. There was a bag. Was that on the other side? No, it was on this side. Let's grab this. And then we'll go and have a look at the lock crate area. Going to be cold for a little bit now. Might be a couple of cougars around this this location we need to avoid, but I think it's worth checking for the lock crate. So honestly, I've found lock crates here on this side of the shore and across the water. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now. Let's go across. So, black wolf and not much else at the moment. Let's get the rose hip while they're still here. Let's see. Gosh, just getting used to the colour of everything. Everything's very black and white, and with the black and white wolves, it does present a bit of a challenge sometimes. Just spotting things on the landscape in the distance, especially. Just going to go up the hill here. Not seeing anything that looks like a lock crate. I see a berry there. The cougar is right up there, which is kind of nice. There's a ammo crate on the hill. But not what we're looking for. So let's carry on. And I think I might go and grab the water from our fire. There's a cougar and a wolf. That means this area here should be empty at least. Okay, we've got 5 buds. How are we doing? We need a bit of protein. Leave it at that for the moment. We can always have a steak when we get back into base. I'll drop some things off. Let me just check along here. We know very well from experience, because we lived here for a long time, where the lock crates spawn around here. There could be one up behind the rock over there, but not that common. Doesn't seem like there's much. Let's just look over the edge here. Oh, bit of wood. Everything blends in so well with the snow. Right, we've got an ammo bag. I'll grab that before we head down. I'm going to drop some things off and then we'll go a different direction. It's really not very far to our base this way. Okay, I've got a wolf. I'll pull him this way. And he'll run anyway. If he gets as close as our base, he'll run as soon as I touch platform anyway, so I'm not too worried about him. I just ran over a rabbit there. We can have a look at how we're doing power and mass and everything wise. Let's drop some things off in here. Bit of meat. And we can eat. I'll have a few of those. Let's have the water out of here. And let's drop these things off. So, we have some boards. That's pretty good. Bit of wood. Got room for anything else? No. Got 16 fat, not enough to render anything. And I'm not going to put those away right now. How are we doing? 1,622. This is nearly done. And things are keeping up, I think. Yeah. That'll catch up if we leave it long enough. Right, let's go the other way. Oh yeah, I need 1 water with me, I think. Take that with us. We've got 2 lockpicks. And a spare pickaxe. Okay, let's go this way this time. Oh, biofuel in the generator, because we really want that to be working on topping up the fuel. The power, sorry. Alright, let's go. So we should really kill a couple more wolves, maybe. And that'll give us the fats that we need to do another batch of biofuel. Yeah, you'll do. That was a bit last minute there. Wasn't quite ready for him. Oh, we could dive and check that, whether there's any pearls. So I need to wash my hands anyway. Let's do that quickly before we head over to the lock crate area. Yeah, we're going to have to start coming down here each day. And checking for pearls, I'm afraid. There's one. A lot of sandstone around. But this is what we need. We need pearls. We've repaired our weapons now, at least. That's going to make things a little easier. Is that one down there? Yep, another one down there. I think what I'll do, I will get a bunch of oxygen tanks crafted. They're not too expensive to make. And we'll go and dive the big lake and do a couple of big loops and see if we can get, you know, I don't know, 20 or so in one go. That'd be good. We've done it before. No others. Right, okay. Let's go and look for locked crates then, I think. So, probably worth checking out this little area down here. And then we'll loop back around. I want to go back up on the hill behind us where I was heading away from my base originally, but look at this. We'll grab this wood. We're having a bit of a mini thaw by the look of it. It's making it a lot easier to see stuff. But don't be fooled, there will be more snow. Definitely more snow before the winter's over. No locked crates at just a quick glance. Yeah, very empty, barren landscape at this time of year. We've got a bit of scrap. And more wood on the right. A wolf there. I'll go for the wood and the scrap. We've got a bit of scrap on the left there. What is that? That's just a fern. Yeah, look at how easy it is to see across the landscape at this time of year. We're so close to the arch up here. Let's go and have a look for a lock crate in this area. Then we'll run back through to the area I was going to go to originally. And there is nothing, just a piece of scrap. Okay. I should look up. There might be one on top of one of the rocks, of course. Okay, we're going to head back to the area I wanted to go to. Oh, that's a wolf. Okay, I'm just going to run past all these guys for now, because there's no easy water nearby. We'll have a quick look up here for a lock crate as well. Okay, nothing really. Right, well, we got 2 pearls unexpectedly, so that's good. That's a bonus. I wasn't expecting to get that at all. There's a couple of good bits of ore here. We should really grab these while we can. Trying to save the pickaxes to recycle, because they give 6 mass each, and that, you know, that's not too bad for something that was just gonna break anyway, so we may as well get something back from those. Oh, we've almost got green on the map right now. It's been so long. It's been a long, long winter. Right, we don't want to run into the cougar here. I do want to check for a lock crate, so we kind of need to go close, but stay on the outskirts, because we can see from a fair distance. Okay. Anything around here? Let's look this way first. Nothing down here. Not seeing anything initially. There is like a small crate there. We've got a couple of wolves over there. 3. I don't see the cougar. The lock crate could be up here. Yeah, that's a wooden crate. There's some obsidian on the rock here. We've got plenty of that. At some point we do need to run back over to our original base and go and pick up whatever's been mined from the mining outpost there. Can't remember what we switched them over to. It might have been iron. I think that would be the most useful. But I might have left it on like copper or zinc. I don't recall. Hopefully I was clever and left it on iron. We'll see. Alright, well, I'm not seeing a lock crate at all around here. I might just look down the sides of the hill. Gosh, it's absolutely thawed right now, hasn't it? Look at this. Let's see, we can see a long way. Nice knowing there are no hunters on the map right now. There's a bag there we might want to grab. And an ammo one a little bit further back. Right, well, a little bit of biofuel. Better than nothing. Right, let's grab this. Arrows, okay. Alright, we'll grab the last of these crates and work our way back towards home. How are we doing for food and stuff? I don't want to use all my resources. We'll be good enough for the moment. I can always drink my berry water if we get into any difficulties. Yeah, I thought I'd just check down here. There's a normal bag. We might need to take this wolf out, I'm afraid. Don't have any water with me now to wash my hands, apart from my berry water, and I'm not wasting that on that wolf. Wow, I hadn't reloaded that at all. That's unlike me. That was a lot of reloads going on there. At all. Nothing at all. Okay. Well, maybe we'll be luckier on the way back. Let's have a check. Grab you. We'll head down into this little valley. Sun's going down. There is a crate up on that rock. So we've got a bit of wood. I want to have a look where the cougar hangs out and just make sure there is nothing there. We're on one set of rocks, the other set of rocks is over there. Sometimes there can be a lock crate on that side. I honestly don't know where the cougar is, so it could well be along this edge here. Just make sure there are no lock crates. Doesn't look like it. Right, let's get on the rocks because that gives us a bit of distance if the cougar is here. It's not. Oh well, okay. No luck today. So that means we've got 2 lock picks for our next trip out, which is fine. We found at least one yesterday, so that's all good. And we've gathered some stuff today. We've gathered some resources. So we're going to head home now, see what our power's doing. Maybe craft up a couple more boards if we can. It really depends on how many pearls we have left. Although I think we are... Yeah, we're good for weapon repair right now. Maybe we'll make another solar panel. That will certainly help with the power generation. How are we doing? Speaking of... Yeah, it's caught up a little bit. Let's get this on. Put the weapon away. We'll put all of this away. And those, we need a couple of vegetables. We'll have one of these steaks and we're in good shape now. Okay, 2 pearls to add to our collection. Let's get some stuff crafted because we have some mass now. And we'll put this away. I think I am... gonna go for a solar panel. Oh yeah, we should probably try and craft up some boards as well, but let's have a look at making a solar panel. We're gonna have to build some mass up again. I do have this pickaxe, it's almost dead. How are we doing? Right, we're on 62. Don't know that we've got an awful lot. These nails are spare, although we will need them for building. I could recycle some cloth. Not really worth an awful lot. It's going to give us a little bit to work with at least. So if I recycle that plus that, I've got 18 fat. One more kill, we would have had what we needed. There's nothing in here I want to recycle. Yeah, let's... I know that's still got a little bit left on it. It's fine. Feather. Bandage. I'll put that away upstairs. This is finally done at least, so that's good. Yeah, let's pop these in here for now. Alright, what do we need for a solar panel? 2 boards, 1, 4 and 10. That's definitely achievable. 1 rope, 2 boards, and we need mass, so let's turn that on. Right, what am I missing? 4 and 2 boards. Oh, I think I had some... Oh, damn, my fire's just gone out. Oh, and we should check on the chicken as well. We've got a chicken, of course, now. Let's see how the chicken's doing. Do I have a light out here? I do. You're alright for the moment. Are these in need of fertilizer? They are. And water, okay. Let's get these watered. Gonna need another top up. We'll pop some fertilizer in this one as well. This is the one that I'm using to feed the chickens. We do need this one to be growing. Alright, that should be good enough. You need a couple of water. Alright, good. I need to switch this on to fill up the tank. Kind of, yeah, I think I will. We'll turn that on. How are we doing for mass? A little bit more. Let's get that cooking. And there's the wood. And we need the adhesive from up here. I think we had some in the box. Oh, we only had 2. We need another 2. That's fine. And we'll put the ash away. Let's grab, or at least store away, the crystal. So, yeah, look at this now. This is awesome. 201 white crystal. Only 63 black crystal. I do feel ripped off from that trip. In all honesty, we went down there, spent, you know, we did 2 or 3 loops of that location and only found 30 or so crystal. Maybe not even that many. I don't recall the number, but it wasn't much. Right, let's grab a couple of the adhesive. When we're at 150, we should be able to make another solar panel. Just need the 2 boards, which we've got in here. Yeah, this is really going to help. It'll mean we have to rely less on the generator to keep topping this power up. We've got 4,000 capacity. We may as well be topping it up as much as we can. Okay, there's the boards. We'll make some more ammo. Now, we want 4 of each. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that makes a stack of 50 of each of those incendiary rounds. And I'll put the rest of the phosphorus up in storage, and then we can make some more at another time. But for now, I think we're pretty good. I could have stored that bandage away in here, but we don't need to. Alright, that's good. Oh, I should bring the ore. Did I store it in here? Yes, I want to start refining that. Here's our solar panel. Let's start refining this stuff. That's a decent number. I'm going to let the power build back up first. Definitely going to need that to happen. You can switch off now. We'll grab that. Right, so the chicken is good for water. You need a little bit of food. One of these was ready, I think. No? No, not quite. Okay, let's grab you some food then. What do we have a lot of that we don't want to use? I've got some extra onions. Do you like onions, chicken? I know they'll eat anything. I'm just using up my extra vegetables. Have some onions. That doesn't give as much as the carrots, it doesn't feel like. Don't get too close to the chicken after he's eaten all these onions. And I'll drop a water in there. Do we need water? Yeah. May as well fill that up while we're doing things. And let's get that cooking. Got a couple of onions left. We could do liver and onions for ourselves while we're working on putting the solar panel away. And we've got the ammo. Just need that last one. There we go. 2 stacks. 2 full stacks. That's really good. Right, let's put this solar panel up. And what we've been doing, if you haven't seen this, is there's a glass panel. Whoops. Good grief. Okay. Let's try that again. That went a little bit glitchy there. There's a glass panel here we've been moving. Make sure we press end to move rather than delete to delete. I'll pull it towards me and I've been snapping it to this floor. And then just hopping through here. Might need to crouch. There we go. Okay, so solar panel. 5. And I'm going to just line it up as best I can. There we go. Another one. We've got room for 2. Plus, we could always do another row on each side. And I think I'm going to try and make that happen, actually. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turbines. So I'm pretty happy with the turbines. I think the solar panels are the best for getting your power filled back up again. Right, let's hop down. I'm hoping we might get some more purpose to this furniture. Maybe we sleep to recover health or stamina. And if we sit after eating, maybe if we sit at a dining table and eat food, maybe we get a buff from that, maybe. That will give us better stamina regeneration as we're running around. Which would need less food, maybe. I'm hoping something like that is going to be added at some point in the future. Right, I think this is pretty good. We've got our food. I do need to eat that now. And we are good to go for the new day. So that's where I am going to leave this one. Let's just take one last quick look. 1.94, that is with the generator running. But we've done a lot of crafting today. And a lot of refining as well. Although we're letting the power bill back up right now. But that will be for next time. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, take care. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.